Hey guys, welcome to the Lovin Abu Dhabi show. I'm here with Casey as my co-host, and this is our first show ever. It's going to be a weekly show. So for today we're doing Friday, but stay tuned and watch our stories so that you can catch the next show, which will be once a week at 2 p.m.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm seeing Simi's online. Guys, this is our first ever show and we're so excited to introduce you all to Lovin Abu Dhabi. Although I must say, I feel like a bit of an imposter. Thank you, Mayar, for having me on the show. This is not my seat to be in. This belongs to Abby and she'll be here with you next week. And we have a big audience here in the studio with us. But also, guys, if you love Abu Dhabi, this is going to be where you can get everything going on for the weekend and all of the top news, which is in general, by the way, brought to you by Mayar. So if you're following the Lovin Abu Dhabi page, this is the queen that you have to thank for all the news coming through. So we're going to kick this off every week.
Every week, once a week.
Okay, so guys, do stay tuned. And good morning or good afternoon. Sorry, I'm so used to the Lovin Dubai show. Priyanka, Natasha Lopez, Photo Live, thank you for all the love.
So for today, we're going to be covering the main stories that happened this week. So the yellow and orange weather alerts that took over in the UAE, causing the massive thunderstorms that we saw last night and early today morning in certain regions of Abu Dhabi.
And we're also going to jump into how you can volunteer across the country for Gaza this weekend.
And how 28 airlines will now be operating in the new Abu Dhabi terminal, also known as Midfield Terminal.
Yes, it looks unreal. We're also going to talk about King Charles's boarding school is coming to Abu Dhabi. We have the fees for how much it costs people in the UK. Let's just say it's not cheap.
And since this weekend is going to be the weekend to celebrate Halloween, we're going to bring you the spooky spots to celebrate Halloween right here in Abu Dhabi.
So guys, if you just stay tuned, this is the first ever Lovin Abu Dhabi show and we're going to jump into the top stories, which is of course
all about Abu Dhabi.
Weather.
So for today, last night we faced a massive thunderstorm, lightning storms, which led to road floodings, especially in my area. So
were you okay getting to work today?
Yeah, on the way it was just a bit sunny, but now I'm seeing Abu Dhabi is like really crowded, really cloudy. And of course, all of our lovely residents and followers have been sending us like storm videos from last night, floodings and all of that. And I'm so glad to see that all of them got home safely and are currently safe. And the National Center of Meteorology did announce that there will be more rain today in certain areas, and they are warning residents not to go outside and play in the rain because of course that could either get you sick, get you in accidents, and we obviously care for their safety.
True, it just felt like such rain day vibes this morning.
Yeah.
Because everyone was waiting for the announcements whether or not schools would be open, whether or not private and public sector would be open. And the announcement from the authorities was very flexible.
Yeah.
So it was like, be as safe as you can be if you can. It was very much reminded me of Boris Johnson in the UK, the COVID announcements. Go to work, don't go to work. If you can go to work, don't go to work. But we are here bringing you the news as always, and it looks like it's getting better.
Yeah.
And sunny weekend with a bit of clouds, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, we love the gloomy weather anyway, and
we're dressed for it.
Yep. Sweater weather, favorite weather. And now moving on to where you guys can volunteer this weekend to help the people in Palestine.
So this has been an ongoing story because the big question is how people can donate their time, their money and their efforts in the UAE to help the people of Gaza. The UAE has a massive initiative. It's called Tarahum for Gaza. I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm sure you've seen the stories, and now you can actually donate your time and your efforts, and it's all updated on Lovin Dubai in terms of where you can do it. So the initiatives in Abu Dhabi are kicking off Sunday, October 29th. Abu Dhabi Etihad Arena is where it's ongoing. Now you do need to register before you attend. So if you want to register, and the issue with this is they have a maximum number of people that can attend.
And a lot of people do register before you even get the chance to open the link. So there are other ways that you can obviously help. There are many centers in Abu Dhabi where you can donate supplies, especially for the food basket, women's basket, etc. All you have to do is shop for them and just drop them off at any of the Emirates Red Crescent centers. Also posted on Lovin Abu Dhabi, and there's an article on the page as well if you need exact locations. And obviously Emirates Red Crescent has a donation where you can just donate money directly to the cause.
And that's super quick. It only takes a few seconds. In terms of the donations, you mentioned there the different types of baskets you can bring and what you can shop for. And I think if you're going to the store, you're thinking, what is needed? And it seems like I saw really kind of shocking post that women's sanitary products, they're running out. So sanitary products, hygiene baskets, they're not taking medicines, but if you want specifics, just check out Emirates Red Crescent, as you said, for how you can help the baskets. I think clean, new clothes, blankets, they're all sorely needed by the people in Gaza. So if you want to do that, this is a great weekend to get out and help.
Yeah, there's always a good time to spend a weekend when you are helping other people. And moving on, there is the new terminal that is opening soon.
Yes, it is. Big news. I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah, so Midfield Terminal has been, well, that's what it was known in its construction phase. It's officially known as Abu Dhabi's Terminal A. So it's been an ongoing project and everyone has been waiting for it to finally open. And on October 31st, Etihad will obviously perform the ceremonial flight, which indicates that on November 1st, the airport will officially be open to the public.
Crazy. So if I have flights booked from Abu Dhabi from that date, then I'll be flying from Terminal A, or how is it working?
Yeah, so on November 1st, there will be 16 airlines moving to the terminal. And then on November 9, Etihad Airways will operate 16 daily flights until November 14, when all 28 airlines will operate there. So November 14 is the start date for all 28 airlines being fully operational from the new airport.
So cool. I would be raging if I had a flight booked on the 7th and it wasn't one of those airlines.
So obviously if you go on our website on Lovin Abu Dhabi, the list of all of the airlines are specifically written. So from A to Z, you can just find all 28.
And this is probably going to be one of the world's most exceptional terminals, right?
Yeah.
They have an open air lounge in an airport. Can you imagine? I'm thinking Singapore or Doha vibes.
Yeah.
They have a spa. There's like places to stay. This isn't just a new airport terminal concourse opening. We got a glimpse of it, by the way, in Mission Impossible, but it's going to be extra, as you can imagine.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of like state-of-the-art facilities. It's going to make travel so much easier for people. And they did do a test for it where they got volunteers to kind of trial out how the airport would go and how smoothly it would run before the opening. So you can guarantee that Abu Dhabi will make sure that your flights are easy as pie.
I can imagine it's just going to be like super smooth transition through it. But as you said, it's opening, the inaugural flight is on the 31st, and then opens from the 1st, and then it's going to roll out for the next 2 weeks. Send us your videos if you're one of the first people to go through it. We'd love to see them.
Yes, send it on Lovin Abu Dhabi and just tag us if you want us to repost it.
Speaking of new things opening, in 2026, we are going to see an elite, prestigious school coming to Jubail Island. Not only is it elite, this was actually attended by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, for a summer.
Oh, wow.
And King Charles of the UK, he went there, and it was documented on Netflix show The Crown. Although famously, he didn't love it.
Oh.
He didn't have the best time. But he says that they kind of, they exaggerated his experience
okay.
Because it was a boarding school and it's in Scotland, it's in the UK, and it's kind of like it's in the middle of nowhere, cold weather, like you're in the streams, I don't know, you're outdoors, so it's like battling the elements. So I don't know how they'll bring that over here, but they are bringing the school itself and its kind of prestigious education to the UAE.
I think honestly that would be amazing if it comes over to the UAE, because obviously the UK and Scotland has very wet weather, very cold, and the UAE has very hot, but usually in the summer, so they won't be at school.
True.
So they'll actually just get the best weather while they're actually attending school.
That's so funny. So like, if you want to put Gordonstoun on your CV and you don't want that kind of miserable weather that's attached to Scotland, we love Scotland, we love you, just come to the Abu Dhabi version when it opens on Jubail Island. However, it's not cheap.
I can imagine.
We don't have the specific amenities that are coming to the Abu Dhabi version yet, but I imagine it's going to be state of the art. Mm-hmm. However, a senior year school fee in Abu Dhabi is per student 218,000 dirham, which is on the top end. Yeah. And I think UK schools are probably one of the most expensive schools in the world.
Yeah, I think so as well, especially like if you're an international student, I guess it would be very expensive.
So we don't know what the costs are going to be like here, but we just had a quick check because obviously we love to go deep dive into school fees because it's a big topic of conversation here, but we don't have what it's going to cost you to attend as a day student, so it's going to be cheaper because boarding...
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You get everything. You get the bed, you get the food,
The
you get books. So
You can have a smaller house because your kid's in boarding school.
yeah, parents,
Maybe.
ideas. Just send them off.
Ship them off if possible.
So, do you have any weekend plans, Casey?
Do I have weekend plans? I do.
You do.
I do. I have a house party for Halloween. And I have not purchased a costume.
Ooh.
So I'm in the middle of trying to get fake blood delivered to my door on InstaShop right now. So if anyone has any fake blood they'd like to send my way, please do. But there's a lot going on.
Yes, so Halloween is my favorite holiday, I guess, if you want to call it one. It is the best time to dress up. Either if you want to be like your favorite character on a TV show, or if you want to be a ghoul that is like one of your favorite monsters. Halloween is the best time to do it, and there's no better time than this weekend because there are 10 spots in Abu Dhabi and probably more, but these 10 are by far the best spots that are hosting Halloween brunches, parties, after parties that are suitable for adults and families. So of the 10, we're going to give you 6 of them, and you can find the rest and all of the details on the Lovin Abu Dhabi website. So there is Porter's English Pub.
Love Porter's so much. It's such a good spot.
Yeah, Ting Irie is where you want to go if you want like a Jamaican vibe. So very Afrobeats music, very good food, good vibes all around.
Heroes, back in the day when I lived in Abu Dhabi for 2 years, favorite spot. They're also having a Heroes Never Die party. If you've been to Heroes, you know it's got a unique charm about it. You go down the stairs and you don't come up until the sun has gone down.
Basically, I guess.
You don't come back up until the sun's coming back up. It's a great spot. So for Halloween, I imagine it's going to be great.
Yeah, Saadiyat Beach Club, there's no better time to enjoy this lovely weather than by the beach while you're brunching it up for Halloween in your favorite costumes.
So true. There's also Cooper's, Lock, Stock and Barrel are having a party. And also, I think you said Sofitel is one for kids as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring the kids, you want to dress up and still have that brunch going on, bring them there.
Yeah, so if you want all the 10 details, then head over to the website and enjoy the reading.
You teased us at the beginning. I thought you were going to tell us what you're dressing up as, and you have not. So you need to tell us now.
See, my dad's birthday is on Halloween, so we usually celebrate that instead of going out.
So it's your favorite holiday of the year?
But I've never gotten a chance to celebrate it.
No!
Yeah.
But you're up in Dubai. You're going to Dubai this evening, tomorrow evening. What's your plan?
So I think probably Sunday I'll be dressing up. I might grab a friend in Abu Dhabi and we'll just head over to one of these fantastic places, and maybe I'll do Coraline this year.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have the nails to match.
Yes, you do. Let's see. Show the world. Where in Abu Dhabi do you get these done?
I get them done at Twinkle.
Twinkle, where's that?
It's they opened a new branch in Saadiyat, but it's in Khaldiya. So
For a nail game, Mayar comes to the office and it's a whole vibe. So if you want the best place to get your nails done in Abu Dhabi, she's the person to ask for sure. Twinkle, I haven't heard of it.
I think it's recently opened.
I was Tips and Toes.
I was a Tips and Does and Bedashing girly.
Bedashing, yes,
Yeah.
in Khalifa. If you aren't going out for Halloween, trick-or-treaters, it's a culture for some people. In Ireland, we did it growing up. I think in the UK, they don't.
They do it in Abu Dhabi in like the communities, especially like where I live. October 31st, my dogs don't stop barking.
So bring your dogs indoors in case any of your neighbours are thinking of doing sparklers, because it can get pretty loud. And if you do want trick-or-treaters to come to your door, I think the etiquette is have decorations at your door. And if you don't have decorations, then you're not allowed to go knocking. But if there is decorations, it means there should be sweets inside.
Yes.
Are you sweets or a money?
Sweets.
Yeah, you gotta have sweets.
It's trick or treat.
It's trick-or-treat. So fill their boots.
Yep. I don't know the saying.
Fill their bags with trick-or-treat sweeties at the door. Guys, those is the list of everything going on in Abu Dhabi for Halloween. And this was our first ever Lovin Abu Dhabi show. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. So tune in next week. I'm guessing we'll be going live on Wednesday at 2 p.m. It's going to be me and Abby.
And Magically, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, for your comments. Really appreciate them. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye from me.
Bye-bye from me.